Hello, everyone, and welcome to Unbridled, that horse game. So this is a game that I've been following kind of sporadically since I first heard about it a bit ago. I don't remember when I first started following this game, and the progress that it's made. I remember like seeing like the demos and all that, way back when. But yeah, so I have been playing for a little bit. Uh, yeah. This is my inventory. I've got all sorts of stuff. I got horse poop. Um, but yeah, if we go in here, I can show you what I have in my storage. So this is just like a little tour of the house. This is the upstairs, and here's the course creator and everything, and property manager. I don't, yeah, those are coming soon. I don't have like, I don't have anything to add to the pastures yet. I haven't bought anything, but eventually you can. Wait, this is a live cam? Are you able to watch as the horses roam the pastures? I wonder. That'd be really cool. Um, but yeah, I want to eventually add in a shelter or two, maybe a hay feeder. Not sure yet. But they can graze. And then if we go here, this is storage. So I've got a bunch of different clothes. And then I've got you're blue, you're blue. Okay. Let me just. Sorry, I'm organizing now. Hind boots. Okay, so we got those. I don't know why these are all over here. Here we go. So I've got a bunch of seeds. I am growing crops at the moment. Um, and so we'll look at those next, and then I'll show you guys my horses. I have 3. I I started off with 1, and then I fell in love with a second one from like the same batch because the horses reset every Monday. So I'm in week 2 right now, day 9, and it's Tuesday. So we've got carrots growing. You can see the growth progress with these little like these little plant looking icons. So once those get fully up there and are no longer have any like dark spots on them, then it's so basically once this is all filled with yellow, orange, whatever color this is, they're grown. This is beetroot, more beetroot, and then blueberries and blueberries. One of my horses loves blueberries, the other one I think likes carrots, and then I have one that likes apples. So I'm growing a little bit of everything. So I have 2 apple trees, one here and one over there. They're going to take a little bit to grow. And then we've got alfalfa, we've got oats, we've got fresh grass, which is ready to harvest. As you can see, it's green. So I got plenty of fresh grass. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest it. And then I'm going to plant something else. I am curious if they're ever going to implement where it's like only certain crops in certain seasons. Alright, let me shove these down here. Grass. Alright. So they're planter specific. So you can't just plant these anywhere. So the oats have to go in these big plots. I believe grass also has to go in the big plots, but then like your smaller plants grow over there in the little planters and so on. Why are the textures bugging out like that? That's weird. I don't know if it's always done that, but I mean, I'm gonna make a note of that and let them know in their Discord. It could be a me thing. It could be my computer, but just in case it's not. What the? Hi. Hello. I'm gonna harvest you. Yeah, so that's the indoor arena over here. Over here's indoor. Over here's outdoor. I don't think I have a course set up yet for the outdoor arena. I do have one set up for the indoor. I will admit it's a pretty crude course. It's not. I gotta adjust some things in it eventually, but yeah. turnout pasture, and then there's some smaller turnout areas in the back, which I mainly use if I'm turning out all my horses because I have a stallion, and so depending on who I want out in the big, like what gender I want out in the big pasture, I'll put the other gender out in the small ones. They're just like dry lots. So, oop, did not mean to get that close to the face. Anyway, so this is Willow. She is actually my second horse. So Willow and Leona were my first two horses. Leona, of course, was my first one. I believe she's a Mustang hybrid, and I think you're a Fjord hybrid. And then Winston is my stallion, also from the same batch, but I got him like literally at the end of the week. Because I saw him, I test rode him, and then I was like, I need him. So my mares are both calm temperament. He's hot temperament. He is a thoroughbred hybrid. So he's got a whole bunch of other breeds, but his main makeup is thoroughbred. They're good on hay, it looks like. You're good on grain. You might need some grain, and you might need some grain. So, I'm going to see if they actually need some. I'm going to come over to the stable manager. This is kind of where you can, like, pick out stalls for your horses, so you can, like, assign a horse to a stall here. And it's also where you can see the feed trough, water bucket, hay trough, stuff like that, bedding. Ooh, I can change the bedding? That's cool. Okay. You can change the color in a nameplate, stuff like that. So we're gonna go over to Leona's stall first. So she's still got some feed in her stall. She's got plenty of hay. She does not need more for a while, because they don't go through it very fast. The hay net can hold up to 20 pieces of hay. A feed trough can hold up to 10 pieces of grain. But it looks like there is still that... Oh, I just stole it. Okay. Can I not put you back? Help! There we go. Could I do that for the hay? Oh! Okay. This whole time I thought I wasn't able to. Noted, because I don't want to overfeed them, so I give them a flake of hay, like half a bale, whatever you want to call this. I give them a little bit of hay each time. I'll feed them in the morning, and then if they need it, I'll feed them at night. I want to try to give them one piece of grain a day, but yeah. You can change the colors. Do I want the feed trough to be a black color? I have the money for this, so I can change the color. Ooh, I kind of want the water bucket to be blue. Hello? Okay. It's having its moment. But yeah, the water bucket's blue now. Feed trough I'll just keep as is. You can send them to the pasture, which will just teleport them. I prefer to do things myself. I don't have pellets, and I have 1 apple and 6 blueberries. Can I just... Give me. Alright, I'm gonna have to go over there and grab it myself. Back. Let me do the same thing for here. So she's got whole oats, which is fine. I don't want to give her... There we go. Alright, so I can't just grab it out of there, but you can also just manually bring over the feed, and then, so he has corn, and then let me grab out the hay from there. Because I want to be conservative with my hay as well. If they need it, they need it. If not, I'm not gonna worry about it. Here's where I can take stuff. So I'm gonna take my last apple. I'm gonna take 2 blueberries. One of my horses I think is carrots, but I'm gonna double check. So if you press H while in game, it brings up the horse menu. You can see the daily care tasks, whether or not they've been done. Each task gives you 100 experience with, is it bonding? Is that what this is called? Yeah, bonding. Um, which each ability can give you like different things that they can do. So, for example, my he's a hot-blooded thoroughbred. Yeah, thoroughbred hybrid. So he's got some Arabian, Fjord, Mirari, quarter horse, and standard bred in him, but he's mostly thoroughbred. Fatigue 20 out of 100 currently is like the base, like that. Basically, I'm reading that as 0. That's how fatigued he is. The more you work a horse, the more fatigued they get, but they reset every day. At least from what I've experienced. I've never gotten a horse to go above 22, even if I'm riding them all day long. But I think they're reworking that. His favorite snack is a carrot. I don't have carrots yet, so he gets a blueberry. Um, this is just like the base information. He is working on stamina, so he's gonna be like a racehorse type thing. Um, that's his whole shtick is racing. Eventually they're gonna add another one. I'm so excited. But they've got jumping and agility as well. Each of my horses specializes in one of them. Because they're hybrids, they can't have both. Or all 3. They can only pick one, plus like the bonding is default. Hey, I can level up the bonding. I also like how with the abilities they have like where each level, not every level gives you something. It's some of them are just get leveled up. Congrats, you're one step closer. His turn rate can increase. I can train that with him with the status points. But yeah, he's a level 1. I've just started his training and everything. He's a good boy. But he is a stallion, so he cannot go out with the mares. I'm just gonna kind of rotate him so y'all can see what he looks like. He's got a little chestnut there. Yeah, he's very pretty. And then I've got Willow. So literally goes first, second, third. So Willow is my calm mare who loves blueberries. Currently her value increased a lot. I think I bought her for 3,000 something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but something like that. And she's increased in value because I've trained her. So she's pretty healthy and she's not hungry. So yeah, as needed, I'll refill hay feeders. And then if I'm working a horse that day, after they eat this batch of grain, then I'll like give them grain if I'm working them that day, but if not, they're not gonna get grain. They can just they can have hay and be happy. So she is on Delusion, Fjord, and Mustang. She's almost 50-50 with these two. But she's 1% higher in Fjord, so she's a Fjord hybrid. I'm excited because they're also changing the model, so I'm curious as to how she'll look. But yeah, this is her coat. She's very dark brown horse. Alright, and she is jumping and bonding. So she's pretty high up there on jumping. She currently needs 3,000 experience in order to level up to level 6. She is level 7 because she's 5 plus 2. So I guess they can be max level is probably 20 for her. And she can reduce stamina cost for jumps and increase her turn rate. I can train those into her, and like each status point I can pick which one that goes into. I'm curious if they'll add more. They might not. Who knows? We'll find out. And then this is Leona. She's got a lot going on with her, but she's a calm, apple-loving mare. She's 5,000. I technically got kind of for free. I got her using like the what do you call it? What's it called? Tickets. One of the tickets. I did not. This is how she looked at the sale pen, though. I didn't change her at all. I just kept everything the same. Um, but yeah. So she is a Fjord Frisian, Halflinger, Mustang, Shire, and Standard bred mix, but she's got higher, like a higher percentage with Mustang, so she's a Mustang. Alright, and she is currently working on agility. She's gonna be dressage. She can be a dressage horse, because she'll be able to do, or just like a show horse in general, because she'll be able to do, she's able to do collected and extended, trot and canter. She can, what is this? She gains overall stamina. She can do diagonals, like half passes and stuff. Um, do lead changes and all that fun stuff. But right now she's level 5 because I need to work on her more as well. Yeah, that's my horses in a nutshell. Each one has their own halter. I'm going to work with Winston today. So if you want to travel with them, you have to favorite them. You can only have one horse favorited at a time. That just means they'll teleport with you when you go to a place. Willow, hello. Alright, so we're gonna start off with Willow. I can close the stall too. I haven't been doing that. I've just been leaving the stalls open while I've been in them, but it's okay. Alright, so we're gonna start off by giving her a nice brush down. Oh gosh, there we go. Also, sorry if the music's kind of loud. I tried to adjust it and it did not adjust. Unfortunately. I'm gonna brush both sides, even though it won't give me bonding, but that's okay. Alright. I think this is the soft brush. Yeah, so the different brushes have different animations, which is nice. I like that aspect to them. So you technically only have to brush the horse once. I just do this for roleplay purposes. Alright, and then that's not what I wanted. There we go. I'm gonna pick her feet. Just because it gives me some bonding experience. Oh, she leveled up in bonding. Oh no. I get to see what happens next with her. And then she'll get a nice blueberry at the end and some scratches, and then I'll take her out. Alright. There you go, lovely. Thank goodness she did not eat all of my blueberries that I had in my palm. Alright, and then, so she's ready to go out. It is winter. It is January, and so I'll be putting a rug on her. She does have her own rug, which is this one. I do need to get Winston his own rug. He does not have a rug yet. And then I can just lead her. I wish it didn't like have like that rein looking thing. I wish it was more so a lead rope for when they're in halters, but either way I'm happy because I get to lead the horse around and it's so nice. You could also run with the horse and then the horse will trot after you. They won't necessarily canter, but they will trot. And then it switches hands if you turn a certain amount. So like, see, it switches hands, but that's okay. And then I'm gonna take your halter off. Close that and put the halter there. Do I have another halter rack? I do. Okay. And then off she goes. Alright, so this is alfalfa. This is important. This is tasty food for the horses, but I think you can also use it in crafting. You can find alfalfa and nettle just in like the different locations. And then at the campgrounds, you can find rock, like different types of rocks, and then different types of oh, what do you call it? Different types of rocks, and then different types of. Oh, I've been taken forever. It's already noon in game. That's okay though. You can find different types of rocks and different types of wood. That's what I was trying to say. I was trying to think of the word wood. Alright, but yeah, so I'm just gonna give her a nice curry. And then I will also clean stalls, especially before I turn in. So when I'm done riding Winston today, he'll get to go out in the smaller run things. That's not what I wanted, but okay. We'll just pretend I'm picking the foot on the other side or something. I don't know. Or I miss a spot, but yeah, like through the windows there, you can kind of see what the dry lots look like. Unfortunately, I don't think I can put hay out there, so. But yeah, no, the door open and everything. Yeah, that's what I do in this game. I just leave the door open because they're not gonna go anywhere. Unless if they add that like AI to the horses, I will be so happy though. I think it would be fantastic. I'm gonna give her a booty scratch. That's the wrong button. I pressed E instead of R. Whoops. There we go. Give her the butt scratches. That's the same face my cat makes when I give her booty scratches. But yeah, you can see the blue bucket. So I'm probably gonna change the buckets for all of the there we go. Sorry, I was really zoomed in there for all of the horses to blue. But I will do that later. I'm gonna grab her rug real quick. Eventually I want to get them each their own tack set. They all have their own saddle pads. Leona's is pink, Winston's is blue, and Willow's is white. Mainly because Willow is my show pony right now. I take her to all the lessons and everything. And get her trained up, because they will add competitions eventually. So you can see they have different animations. They can walk, trot, canter in the pastures, it feels like. I believe I've seen them trot around. I've seen them walk and I've seen them canter, so I'm assuming they can trot. And then they can also graze, and I think they might have interactions with each other. I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, so she's just chilling. Both mares are out. And now I get to care for Sweet Winston over here. Oh no, what did you do to your maid? Where is your halter? Let me grab his halter. Did I leave it over here? I left it over here. It's fine. I can already put this on him. So yeah, we'll be riding him. I'm gonna put him in the cross ties after I'm done grooming him in the stall, so that way I can tack him up. Alright. And then I'm gonna clean the feet. Hey, he leveled up in bonding. So, his favorite snack is not blueberries, it's carrots, like I've said before. However, I only have blueberries now. I don't even have apples anymore. I'm gonna have to make a run to the store eventually, but for today, he gets a blueberry. I'm sure he'll be fine. Nobody come rioting in my comments and being like, give him the carrots. He will get a carrot, I promise. I'm gonna give him pats on the face. Oh, wait, I'm gonna boop his nose. I love these little animations. They're so cute. Alright. Come on, Winston. I don't know what your mane is doing, but it's doing something. So if you bring him over to the wash stall, and then I can just hook you up there. What is your mane doing? There you go, you fixed it. Kind of. I like that. I like that they can get messy manes. So this is the only saddle I have, and then I only have one bridle. Don't come for me. But yeah, so let me grab his saddle pad. And then I'm gonna grab the saddle. And then I'll grab the why can't I speak? The bridle. But yeah, so the saddle and bridle will, once I get each horse their own, this set will be for, Leona. Oh no, okay. Alright, well, that goes there. That goes there, and then let's take you to the arena. But yeah, once I ride him for a bit, I'm gonna go ahead and turn him out. Just gonna do a light jog over. Alright, let me see. Does the arena have the course set up? It does not. Alright. Here, you can wait. Wait right there. So, let me... I called it first because you'll see how kind of... It's something. I don't think he can jump all of the jumps, but we'll jump what we can. Alright. Close the door, and then we hop on. Alright, so to walk, you press shift. To slow down, you press control. So, pressing shift goes up in gait, control goes down in gait. You can also, if for example, you're going at a nice trot and you want to go down to a halt, you can press control twice, or you can hold control and it'll halt, or you can just press X and that's a fast halt. Alright. We're just gonna do a nice lap around the arena. So he should gain experience by general riding and by, like, through cantering and I think through jumping a little bit. I'm not entirely sure about the jumping portion though. I haven't ridden him enough times to know, because he's, stamina based. I honestly wish we could go in first person. Oh, you can see my horse running around out there. Alright, we're gonna, at E, we're gonna take up a nice trot. I was gonna cut across and then I saw jump 2 right there. And then when we get to F, we're gonna do a little circle. We're gonna continue along, and then I'm gonna go basically over the trot poles after I do a bit of cantering, because the trot poles do lead up to a jump. So what I'll do is I'll canter a little bit, and then we'll transition to a trot, do the trot poles, and then we'll do the 2 jumps that are right there. I don't know why they have the same number. I never changed it. Whoops. So we're gonna canter here. So the arrow at the top is your stride indicator. Every time it lights up, that's where you're technically supposed to jump. However, the horses do compensate for you a little bit, in which if you don't have the right lead, like right striding, rather, they'll still generally jump the jump. So we're gonna kind of cut across here. I'm gonna trot. We're gonna go over the poles. Oh, I'm so sorry, Winston. He's like, what are you doing? Pay attention, ma'am. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to run you into the wall. But yeah, they'll like do refusals and such like that. Especially if you try to like run them into a wall. So it'll light up green if you jump at the right striding. Oh, he could actually jump that. Okay. Can he jump? He cannot jump that. So they do have like a little height requirement. I don't think he can jump the cross rail. I'm actually gonna test it out real quick. I'm curious. Can Winston jump the cross rail? No, he cannot. That or he just refused, because we'll do it one more time and try. I don't think he can, though. Yeah, no. Okay, so the cross rail, so these 2 jumps are too tall for him. So jumps 2 and 3 are too tall. But he can jump everything else. He has the scope for it. Willow can jump all of these. She can jump the really, really high jumps. Just gonna go around the cones a little bit. I'm gonna come from this way across the jumps. I jumped that sideways. And then I didn't go down to a trot fast enough. So we'll try that again. Just do a bit more. And then I'll turn him out. Oh, there we go. I got her. I got it. I got it down to a trot in time. Just barely made it though. I was like, oh yeah, everything's going great, totally. And then I realized, oh wait, I'm about to. So yeah, just running around gains stamina experience, and I think he's about ready to level up if he isn't already. And then he just kind of floats over them. Alright, so we're gonna walk a little bit. Typically I ride them a lot harder than this. But yeah. Cause the lessons get, you know what? I'm gonna take him over, after I walk him a little bit, I'm gonna take him over to the lesson facility, and we're gonna go do some lessons. And I promise I will turn him out afterwards. We're just gonna do a couple. So if I go while he walks, so he's not ready to level up. Is this him? No. So he is ready to level up, higher maximum speed of 5%, and then he just levels up. Alright. I think I saw Willow. She can do tight turns, and she can't level up yet. Alright, so to travel between places, it's a teleportation type thing. You press Alt, so that way you have the free mouse. And then you go up here to this little icon, hit it, and then you pick where you want to go. So I'm gonna go over to the riding school. I had to drink some water. I've been talking nonstop, running my mouth. But yeah, this is the riding school. It has chores that you can do, and also just like some fun events that you can do. Well, classes. So here, I'll kind of show you all what the board looks like. From what I've seen, from what the devs have been saying, they are changing the look of the board as well. But for example, you click on one of these pins and it'll tell you what you need to do. So for example, endurance training for Cookie. So it's building endurance for the horse. You can do some jumps, and once you complete all of these tasks, that's the money reward. So typically this is a lot less money earned than if you were to do some of the chores in town, which I will show you all after this. So I'm gonna do a lesson with Winston, because he's here, he's tacked up and everything. I don't think I've done a lesson with him before, so we'll just start with session 1. So these are little things to work towards. They're not required in order to move on to the next session, as you can see. So one of them is 0 penalty points, complete the course within a specified time, and then doing proper striding. I will try a course like 3 times, and if I can't get the stride, I'll just move on. But if I mess up any of these, before I move on, I try to get at least 2 of the 3. So the timer doesn't start until you pass the start section. And the jumps are numbered. So this is a good way to earn experience for your horse as well, as you will see at the end. Hey, perfect striding. So, we did that in a time of like 16.97 seconds, yeah. No penalties and got all of the strides, so he got a slight stamina bonus of 40 experience. Now, if I did this with one of my other horses, they'd get a lot more experience, because they get experience not just from running, but from jumping and perfect striding. He just, I think, gets it from the running. So, we're gonna try the next course. We're just gonna do up to session 3 today. Okay, we're restarting that. There we go. And zoom around. I'm like counting in my head as well as I'm writing this. I'm like 1, 2, 3. But yeah, that was another clear round. 50 experience for the stamina. Alright, last one for Winston today. And then I will turn him out and let him have some time to himself. Yeah, we're not getting that striding bonus there. As long as we don't have a refusal. And we're retrying. I'm not about that life. It's fine. Of course I say as long as we don't get a refusal, and then we immediately get a refusal. Wrong direction! No! I was not paying attention. We don't talk about that. So yeah, it does take a little bit to get used to... Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, so we're not getting the perfect striding, but that's okay. Because at least I didn't jump the wrong one. It's okay. One stride missed is not bad. But yeah, so you see, the more he runs around, the longer the course is, the more experience he gains. Alright, we're gonna leave that. And now I must see, have I gone over 22 for... No. He's at 22 out of 100 fatigue. So this is... But yeah, so... I think the highest fatigue I've gotten was probably 24 out of 100. It's really hard to get the horses tired. But yeah, so it's getting pretty late. We're gonna go turn him out and then go from there. So he should be over in his stall. You can kind of see one of the horses running around. I think that was Leona. Hello, Winston. Yes, I will remove the tack from you. Let me go grab your, let me just, you know what, you're going in the cross ties. We're running in the barn. Alright, I'm gonna attach you there, and we're gonna untack. I'm just gonna set these here. I'll put them away later. I have gotten stuck before, so just keep that in mind. Don't let the horse come too close over here, because if you get stuck in this corner, it's not a fun time. We're gonna swap those out. There we go. And then plop. Alright. That's the wrong item. I meant to press 3. We're gonna pick his feet. So the horses will stay out all night. It's generally what I like to do for them. Just leave them out all night. Let them play. And then in the morning I'll bring them in, and then they'll eat their hay and their grain if they're hungry. Which, from what I understood, I believe somebody in their Discord had asked if they'll graze and get hunger from grass, and I think they said no just because of how their system is, like, set up. They don't... It's, I guess, to, like, give benefit to actually having the hay and the grain. At least from how I understand it. I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Alright, so we're gonna put them in one of the dry lots, which, unless, oh, they're covered in is that snow or is that water? Did it rain? Winston, it rained. At some point it rained. No. But yeah, so it's like a little dry lot thing. Wait, come back! Come back! Sir! Come here. Give me the halter. Thank you. Alright, but yeah, so next time I'll probably turn him out in the green pasture and just rotate them. The mares will come into the small ones. I wish there was a second turnout pasture though. Like a big one like this. Cause yeah. Do I have more than one, or more than 2 halter hooks? I don't. I've only got 2 halter hooks. Huh, okay. That's fine. So I guess if I have like an overflow of horses, I can just shove them in there for whatever reason, because I do plan to have horses for training purposes. Alright, so it is getting late. So Winston's out, Leona and Willow are out together, and we're gonna go check out the town. So this is the town. Do 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 do. Alright, so this is kind of where you spawn in. It's a beautiful, beautiful town. I guess at some point it rained, and I missed that. But, this is the chore board. So, as you can see, it's a little bit more... I don't know how much of these that I have. But yeah, so like, you get money for collecting resources. It's like wood is a big resource that they want. And same for that. I'm not doing any of them right now, just because I don't want to. I really don't want to. So I won't. I'm just gonna shove these down here. I'm organizing a little bit, don't mind me. Alright, I'll put the poop there. So, this is also where you buy the pickaxe and the axe that you can use at the campgrounds. This is the blacksmith. So, you can sell stuff to him, you can buy stuff. So for example, if I wanted to sell fresh grass, it would give me 3. For 20, it's 60. If I wanted to sell wood, it would be 10 per. If I want to sell gold, it's 30 each. I don't know what you can use gold for, so I haven't sold it yet. Pickaxe is 120. Manure is 3. So on and so forth. Right now, all he sells is the pickaxe and the axe. But you can craft a bow. I need more of all of this. So I will eventually want to get a bow, just so I can practice archery. And there's buildings. So, okay, cool. I'm learning things. So this is for the hay feeder. So depending on the type of hay feeder we want, it costs 30 iron each. And we get iron from the campgrounds. Oh, it's dark out. That's okay. And then, if you come back here and you go up these stairs, this is where you find the carpenter. So, if you go to buildings, so she can build horse shelters for you. You just need to bring her the materials. So you need to bring 40 wood and 10 iron. Or if you want a 4-horse shelter, 60 wood and 25 iron. But yeah, so it depends on what you want in your pastures and everything. I've got almost 13,000, so I'm gonna actually go out and buy some tack for my horses. So if you come in here, this is the little tack store. Tack and feed, I believe. So you can craft stuff. Fresh grass nets. So 20 fresh grass plus 5 coins gets you some green dye. And then 20 alfalfa and some coins gets you purple dye. And then you can use it to dye the different types of bridles and such. You can get green and purple. You can also get saddle pads. But yeah, so if you go to trade, you can sort by what you want to trade with. So Leona and Willow. Actually, no. So I need white stuff. So I need like a white ear net. Because I have the pink and I have the blue. I don't have the white. And then I need boots as well. So I'm scrolling all the way down. Alright. Those are bell boots. I'm not too worried about those. Honestly, I might just do the bandages. Get some bandages, and then I'll get some jumping boots. How much are you? 150? Okay. I wish it told you even if it was in storage that you own it, but that's okay. And then Winston needs... he needs his own rug. So let's see. I'm just going on a shopping spree real quick. It's fine. It's fine. I have that one. I have... oh, so it shows me these two. Okay. I'm debating what color rug I want to get him. I'll figure it out later. So Leona has white. Was Leona? No, Leona's pink, Willow's white, and Winston's blue. So they each have saddle pads. I just need to get them saddles. So these are a little bit expensive, but it makes sense because they are saddles. I am going to get... These are all purpose saddles. Do they have any other saddles? No. Okay. I'm thinking. You can get white. I might get this for Winston. Alright, we'll get these two. So Winston will have gold for the bridle, and Leona will have white for the bridle, and the black bridle. So this will be for Leona, and then Winston will get something with gold. I'll give him this one. And if I don't like how it looks, I'll just buy new tack. It's fine. So it's not the end of the world if I don't really like it. Alright. Then you can get clothing. I'm waiting for them to add new clothing types. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of the shirts. I'm very picky about the shirts. I want a shirt that's tucked in, or has the illusion of being tucked in. Is kind of what I'm looking for, and they don't really have it right now, so I'm not too worried about it right now. I already have these. I'll grab a couple carrots, couple apples, and then I have blueberries back there. But yeah, so this has like the different stuff, and you can buy seeds here. You can't buy recipes or consumables yet. What time is it? It is late. Alright, I've been talking to this woman for like 4 hours, it feels like. Alright, but yeah, I think that's all that they have currently. Why am I so zoomed in? There we go. So you can still look at the horse manager even when you're not with them. It's like, for example, he doesn't have... right, I didn't get him a blanket. I want to get him a blue blanket. I'm going back to the bit and blossom. Blankets. I don't want one with the neck cover though, so I'm just gonna get this one. I think that one will look perfectly fine on him. Oops, that's not what I meant. Alright, we're gonna head back home. Sorry, I just saw something that I didn't realize before. Alright. I'm gonna go give him his blanket. And then we're gonna clean the stalls. And then we'll call it a day. Alright, let me do that. we go. He's draped up in his beautiful little blankie. And I'm gonna go clean the stalls. That's cool that it has like that, oh hey, the horse walked out of the stall thing. With like all the shavings everywhere. Dang, it's a mess in front of Leona's stall. I wish we had a brush or something so we could clean that. Then Willow's stall. Do I track it out as well? Do I? Wait, this doesn't really have anything. Not really, okay. I thought that we were tracking it out and everything. Alright, let me go put the tack away. Oh, it's past midnight. We love it. Alright. Okay. So, bridles. So 5. And then let me go grab the other one. I should do it in order of saddle pad too. Okay. Let me just grab these guys. There we go. Yep, and then last but not least, the saddles. So this one goes over here. If it'll let me put it on. There we go. And then we've got these two. So this one should go here, and then this one goes here. Yeah, because he's gold, and then these two are silver. There we go. Oh, I never showed y'all the muck heap. Anyways, let me put the other tack items away. Give me. There we go. Alright, so I can put manure into the thing, but let me put these away real quick. Alright, 5. I don't have... Alright, and then 6. So I've got this in equal amounts. So they got 4 days worth of treats. So if you go back here to where the manure bin is, and you go up to it, you can interact and you can create fertilizer, which you can, right now it doesn't really have a use, but you can sell it. So it takes 5 minutes. I think that's 5 minutes per fertilizer, but I could be wrong. But yeah, so that's pretty much all in a day's work. Some days are heavier on the work than the others. This was mainly just me showing you all around, giving you all an idea. Some days, if I'm not riding a horse and they're already out in the pasture, I might just leave them out there. Let them chill. And then other days I'll bring everyone in. It depends. But yeah, it'll reset the time to 6 a.m. And that is all. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all have enjoyed, and wait. I'm curious. I need to know. You could actually see the horses in the pasture. Oh my gosh, I love that. That's cool. But yeah, I will see you all next time. Goodbye, everyone!